This is Rebecca from Snap with a video tutorial on making simple updates to your website. Firstly, you want to go to www.snapupdates.com.au and enter your account number and password into the fields. And once you've done this, you'll be signed into your CMS, which looks like this. So the first thing that you need to do is just select the page that you want to edit and click on the little edit buttons here that are next to it. So for this demonstration, I'll be editing our demo page. So you'll notice that the back end of the CMS will look slightly different depending on the layout of the page that you have. So I have a few others just open to show you. It could look a little bit different to this one. So if your page has a sidebar, you'll see this one here. You have a sidebar and images, so it's a page that looks like this. Or if it's a full page without any sidebars, the CMS might look like this. So really it just depends on the page that you'll be editing. So I'll just close these and we'll get back to the CMS for this page here. The first thing that you'll see is that you have your update fields in here. This is where all the text goes. It's very, very similar to updating a Word document. You'll notice a lot of the commands here are exactly the same that you would see in a Word file. So if you hover over the little icons, a little tooltip will pop up to show you exactly what that button does. So you can see just hovering the mouse over will show you what each of those functions are for. You'll see some of them aren't highlighted at the moment here. That's because they're to do with this function here, which is to do with editing tables. I'll do a separate tutorial on them later. These buttons won't become like clickable or activated until you actually insert a table. You can type directly into the update field here, so just by clicking into the area and typing a sentence. You format it exactly as you would a Word document. So here you've got the controls that will change the fonts and formatting for you. So here you can see there's a little drop down menu. It automatically selects paragraph as its default kind of setting, but if you drop down the drop menu here, you can see that there's a whole lot of other different formats. So paragraph should do for most things, and then possibly we'll want to use some of the heading ones here, which will change like the meaning or the weight of the sentence that you want to put on there. So I'll come back to those a little bit later. But you can also see you've got your bold, italic, underline, strike through. Here you can change the colours of the text. You can add highlight fields or backgrounds to the text as well if you like. And these are just paragraph controls. So left aligned, centered, right aligned, and justified. So if you're just making small updates, things like changing phone numbers or editing sentences, you really you can go straight into this and update it. Once you're done with that, just click on the save page that's up here. But if you're wanting to make it a more substantial edit, you might have typed it out beforehand in a Word document, so similar to this one that we have here. This is just lorem ipsum text, which is just filler nonsense text that I've just got just to show you an example of something that's already been formatted. So just pretend that this is some kind of update to the website. I've put it into the paragraphs that I want it to appear in. So instead of having to laboriously retype this into this field here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it from the Word document by just highlighting it and Command C or Control C to copy, or you can go Edit, Copy. And then your instinct would be to just immediately paste it into the update field here, but what you have to do is you have to click on this little button here. There's a one, you can see a little clipboard with a Word file icon on it, and you just want to open that up. What it's going to do is that it's going to allow you to paste from Word. What it does is it strips out the formatting that Word puts on things and makes it suitable to be put onto a website. So all you have to do is paste it in here, so you can right click and paste, or Control V, which will paste all of that in there, and then you're just going to click on the insert button here. So there we go, it has popped in that whole chunk of text. So this is probably a good time to save the page, which will pop us back out here onto the main view. And what I probably want to do is preview the website. So I want to have a look and see what this looks like before I commit to it. So I click on the preview website. I'll go into the CMS demo page here, and we can see that what it's done is it's stripped out all of the formatting. So although it's still in the paragraphs, I'm going to have to go back in and edit it to put in the line breaks, just so that it's going to look a little bit more clear and better formatted. So I'll just go back into the CMS again, click on the Edit CMS Demo page, which will bring back up to here. Now you will see that, at the moment I'm having to scroll quite a lot to see all of this text that I've put in there. So what I might do is switch it to a full page view, which is this little button here, which just is just going to toggle it into full screen mode, just to make it a little bit easier for me to see what it is that I'm doing, and just so that it's not quite as cramped. So I'll go back in and just edit the text so that I have my paragraph breaks where I want them to go. So to put a line break in there, you're just going to go Shift and Enter, which will put in a single line break for you. So all I need to do is go in and put them where I needed those paragraph breaks to go. And once I'm happy with the formatting, I might have selected a sentence which I want to put bold, and this one here is just for argument's sake going to be italic, and I'm happy with everything. I'm going to click back on that full screen button again, which is going to put me back into the edit field view, and then save the page again, go into the preview website again just to have a look, make sure that those changes have carried through. So it's always good to have a check to have a look and make sure that you haven't missed anything out. Oops, sorry. Come back to my full screen view here, and I'm quite happy with that now, so I can close that preview view and click on this one here. This publish website will make those changes permanent. So once I click on that there, those changes are immediately live. So if I go into the demo page here, and if I refresh it, so you'll see that there, those changes have carried through. So that's just a very quick introduction to making simple text edits to the website. I'll do some further tutorials on some of the more complicated things that you can do, and we'll be back with you soon.